Hi, I'm Sarah Smith, the Youth Services Manager at the Effingham Public Library, and I'll be sharing some family-friendly ideas that complement the Reading by Design theme. These items that are suitable for entire families and groups of all ages can serve quite a few purposes on your summer reading programming calendar. First, these are ways to get families out of the house and into your library and having fun together by leaving the prep work and cleanup and general logistics to us. It also demystifies some of these exciting activities so that families are literally learning things they can repeat later at home, perhaps on a snow day when the family's itching to try something different. Because family friendly programs can involve siblings all in the same program, they serve a purpose in solving the age old age crisis that sometimes comes with age specific programming and your library's particular level of stringency on such things. I also love using family and all ages programming as a way to try out things that might need extra hands or skills or just general crowd control. If you format a program in a family friendly way, you've already built in extra help that you or even your best of volunteers might not be able to provide. Similarly, family friendly programs are a great opportunity to bring in resources from your community, perhaps neighborhood experts who wouldn't be interested in leading out an entire program for you, but could certainly offer specialized assistance. However, you go about your family friendly programming, we know that our interpretation of reading by design will all differ. But hopefully, this will set you up with some great ideas to personalize for your own summer readers. If you're struggling with what to call some of these programs, when in doubt, call it a party. If you're looking for things to celebrate, know that Harry Potter's birthday is at the end of July, and there are lots of great resources online to create a party that fits your library's particular needs. And chances are you might even have a Harry Potter fanatic on your staff, or maybe it's you, that would be willing to lend some enthusiasm to such an event. National Donut Day is always the first Friday in June, and your programming ideas might range from a simple drop in donut tasting, even with donut holes, which are cheaper. You could even have folks vote, maybe track results for a community favorite, or you could host a design your own donut program, adding icing and edible decorations like in the picture. Or if actual donuts aren't a fit for your library, there are plenty of crafts out there to complement an Arnie the Donut story time. Another good fit for you might be a yo-yo day, which is an actual holiday in June. And you could do everything from decorating pre-made yo-yos with paints or markers, or you might choose to make your own. There's an Instructables pattern out there using peanut butter jar lids and some hardware pieces. Or you might just bring in a professional for a yo-yo workshop or a performance. For us, a Play-Doh party is always an easy winner, and it's one of those things that parents are so appreciative of that the mess is taken care of for them. You can buy pre-made dough, or there are recipes in the iRead manual and online that are total winners. I'm always amazed by the success of this program for us. The main expense is the dough, or at least the ingredients for it. For us, toys came out of the woodwork. The first time we rounded up cookie cutters and stuff from our own homes and junk drawers. And then families started contributing things that their households had outgrown. Another great resource for Play-Doh tools is Menards. Play-Doh rolling pins can be a little pricey when they're called Play-Doh rolling pins, but if they're called pieces of PVC pipe, they are certainly not. Plus, they're very easily cleanable. If you're looking to use up the random collection of weird pieces that you don't have a specific use for, but don't have the heart to throw away, you might consider marble mazes. This would be a great idea for a family to work together, or for the kids to each create their own maze in a box lid while the adults help with the extra hands. If you have a community of Lego fans and thus a healthy supply of Legos, you might choose to challenge your group to build a Lego marble maze. Finally, all those paper towel rolls you've been saving, consider making marble runs with them. For all these things, the possibilities are endless and the ideas are totally customizable to your programming needs. If you're looking to bring more science to your programming, check inside your iRead manual for directions to make simple circuits. Or, if you want to crank things up a notch, use what you've learned about simple circuits to make electric origami. If you've heard of squishy circuits, but maybe have been a little timid to give them a try, look online for the TED Talk by Anne Marie Thomas called Hands-on Science with Squishy Circuits. The speaker does a great job of making this project doable for your library. Both projects would be a great use for a local volunteer who knows things about electricity but maybe would not want to run an entire program for you. An easily adaptable project is a good old structure challenge. There are no limits on materials, so you can use everything from toothpicks to marshmallows to Play-Doh to spaghetti to whatever you decide to use. Similarly, there are no limits to challenges you can use with your groups. There are lots of ideas online, but you might choose to have your group work together to build the tallest, or use the fewest pieces, or have the narrowest base. To complete your building adventures, the iRead manual has a pattern for a catapult, and you can always use a wide variety of materials to design and build towers, bridges, and pyramids. Stop motion videos are hugely popular, and the Lego Movie Maker app makes them easy. If you don't have iPads available at your library, but you live in a community where your families might have an iPad at home, this is a free and easy to use app. If using Legos aren't a good fit for your groups, you can certainly use movable paper pieces to recreate simple things like a flower growing out of the ground, or the sun rising, or a car driving down the street. Movie making at its simplest. The iRead manual has directions for vegetable paper making, similar to how papyrus was made, so there's even a history lesson to be had. Thin layers of cooked vegetables are pressed and dried to create a sheet of paper. Perfect for the end of summer zucchini boom. Artbots are another fun group project. You can Google Artbot or Art Robot to get ideas, but as you can see in the picture, combine a red cup, some markers, and a motor of some sort, sometimes a dollar store toothbrush will work, and you have a fun creation that families can take home and enjoy. A couple of ideas not found in the iRead manual, but that might work for your community, include a newspaper or toilet paper fashion show. Group people into families or teams, give everyone an identical bag of supplies, such as paper, masking tape, random things, then set a timer and watch them create. End the program with a fashion show and, if it's appropriate for your group, prizes. Challenges of any kind are always fun. Making pennies float in an aluminum foil boat inside a baby pool, building an egg dropping basket if you're able to drop things from a height, or designing your own paper airplane are all great group activities. And again, the challenge possibilities are endless. Floating the longest, carrying the most, and soaring the farthest are just starters. Keeping with the design theme, there are design your own projects that lend themselves to family programs. You can design your own bingo card by giving everyone a blank 5x5 grid and say 30 different pictures or words to cut apart and glue their choice of 25 or 24 with a free space into place, and then sit back and play a few rounds of bingo. Or if travel games are a hit in the summer, there are lots of ideas online, including the tic-tac-toe picture here. This is also a great opportunity if you have a volunteer who might have some sewing skills. They might be able to help you create those cute little bags for the game pieces either beforehand, or could even do it on the spot with the help of a family. Designing your own also works nicely with board games, and there are lots of ideas online for projects as simple or as complex as you need. Designing your own piggy bank would be a great family activity. Families could design their own bank together to take home. You could display some money sense books for your families. Or, if it's appropriate for your community, you could even bring in a local kid-friendly financial expert to talk about saving and spending basics. Story stones are a fun group activity, and again, the family can design and then bring them home to use later. You could also pair this with a storytelling expert. Finally, fairy gardens and terrariums are plenty popular and come in many forms, and also lend themselves to working with local experts such as your local Master Gardeners group. If you Google, you'll find a wide variety of supplies, so you're able to use what you have on hand. And last summer, we even had someone offer us a supply of dried apple gourds, and so we turned them into fairy gardens and had great success with the program. So, Hopefully, this has given you some ideas to get you started with your Reading by Design program for the summer. If you have any questions, please refer to the iRead manual or feel free to contact me directly. Again, this is Sarah Smith from the Effingham Public Library. Have a great summer reading program.